everybody. Jeremy! Really? Really? Right. Look at Jeremy. How are you? Hi, Cindy B. Hi, Nina. Hi, Jill. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I am shopping. Question. How you doing? Hi, Miss Melody Jones. How you doing? Cindy B, quick question. If you get a surprise and it says it expires at midnight, is that midnight your time or is that midnight Eastern, like a standard, Eastern time zone? I'm asking for a friend. Guess. Hello, all. How are you? Hello, all my peoples. How you doing? Oh, I don't know. Not the answer I was looking for. Okay. So this is going to be a hurried purchase because I think I may need to complete it by midnight. I'm getting hamsters. Are you really? What? Oh, we don't like that. No hamsters. I think that it's YouTube. I really do. I hope that helps. I hope that you guys aren't getting hamsters. You have no idea what I've been through. I, on and off, press play. Play. How do you refresh? I don't want to lose you guys. I've done that before and I lose. And I got to start a whole new one. Hi, Cassie. How you doing? Can't stay long. Oh, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I don't know how to refresh. Jeremy, how do I do that? Do I just if I hit this reload page button, will that cause the page to kick me out and I got to start again? No. Oh, your viewers need to. Well, I'm glad you said something because I'd have been refreshing and kicked out my own live. For anybody who's in here, do you know if you receive a coupon code by text message and you're told that your coupon expires at midnight, do you know if it's midnight in your own time zone or does that default to midnight Eastern Standard Time, which I believe is where the warehouse and things are? I don't know. I don't know. This is the coupon that you wait for. And I am excited. So excited. How are you guys doing today? I don't like that one. It's hard to not just purchase sometimes, whatever it is. I would say midnight by their time zone. In all fairness, it should be your time zone, but I don't know. Yeah, better not chance it. That's how, you get disappointment. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be disappointed. What company is the gift card for? Where are they located? I will go there by the time zone. Okay. Feeling depressed, but hey, I'll be okay. Oh, Christine, what's going on? To be safe, I will go by their time. Okay. All right. Well, that settles it. I'm going to go by their time. And I'm going to be distracted a little bit, but, we're all here together. We are all in here together. It's hard. It's hard. You know how sometimes you got your mind set on some things. Oh, if this came along, I would buy this. If that came along, I would buy that. Ooh, I like this. Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. So very hard. If Cherry is in here, I don't know if you guys were in. Cherry, she got off. Her back was bothering her. And I am wishing her well. I'm hoping that she's just kind of laying there with her feet up, relaxing her back. But I know how it is. Sometimes when you get off, it's very difficult. So what did you buy, Tia? In here now, obviously, I'm trying to decide, belly dancers, Egyptian queens, things of that nature. The damn scanner got me yesterday, scammer, and I'm just in a bummed out mood. Oh. I don't like that. I don't. In other words, press pay now. I'm trying. I'm going to get there. I hope that Christy gets the feeling a little bit better. I get to that point as well. That's what I was going to do today. I was going to be in here and I was going to be really, really kind of just venting and things like that. I had a horrible couple of days at work, some conversations that I had with, just friends and things like that. My mom, I guess I'm behind in videos. My mom, she watches you guys during the day while I'm at work. And I come home and she has me this, I don't know if you guys can see it because it's not flipping around. Tell Miss Coffee that mommy said it's supposed to say she works hard for her money. Love you, mom. So, okay. I got some videos to catch up on, I guess. Under the napkin were supposed to be cookies. And I'm supposed to tell her, put some pants on and come to Vegas. Okay, so put some pants on and come to Vegas. There we go. Just so you're aware, these cookies will not be here when you get here. They probably won't be here by the end of the night. But there you have it. So, so back to my little vent session. One of the things that I kind of hate is, and I realize that this can be done, unconsciously. I really do realize it. But one of my, I don't want to say pet peeve because I try not to surround myself by it too much. But one thing that I know that I don't like is when I call them, I don't know, not empathy pains, but maybe empathy. I'm going through the same thing and then take it over type thing. Now, I really hope Mrs. Coffee shows up. I'm going to try not to eat her cookies in front of her, but let's just say clearly, if she puts on pants and she comes to Vegas, we're going to make her some new ones. They're going to be new. They're going to be fresh. These have no nuts in them. I don't like nuts. I like them separately. I don't like them in like my cookies and stuff. So I can eat peanuts. I can eat walnuts. I can eat almonds. I love almonds. But I don't like them in things. I don't want them in any pie. I don't want them in my cookies. I don't want them baked in any cake-like bread or anything like that. So, okay, gal. And so, these were special made. They're supposed to be enticing to us. And I don't know if she, really thought that they weren't going to get eaten. She lucky they made it to the video because I started to start in on them while I was watching Cherry, and she was diamond painting, and unfortunately her back was starting to bother her. So I started to tune in and start plucking away then, but no. Anyway, so it's a particular person that I'm just referring to. And no matter what I say to them when I need to vent, It's always, oh yeah, I know what you mean. That happened to me, and there was this one time when so no matter what I need to vent about, it's happened to them. They can tell me all about it. The story goes around in circles, and you never understand. Oh, I fell and broke my hip. That happened to me. There was this one time I was coming out of the okey doke, and guess what? I tripped over this plumb log. Where'd the log come? So I definitely, am torn. I'm torn because some people are not good listeners and one up you with their story. I agree. I really do agree, Cindy B. I mean, it's very difficult for me to get this person to, I'm sitting there and we're talking. I feel like our friendship is suspect. And I've talked about this from time to time with other friends, but I feel like our friendship is suspect because I feel like, well, what can we do? If we can't communicate, I can't vent to you. I don't trust your advice because I don't know if it's, it doesn't feel organic. Like it feels like it might be information someone else shared that they're just passing along. So I definitely don't, vent with the purpose of really receiving any information. But sometimes I just maybe need to get some things out. I'm having a bad day, I've been known to have a poor attitude. Go figure, I probably think they're empathizing with you, but not so much. So in any event, some of the things that I, have tried to share, my reasoning behind certain things, the reason I don't do things, the reason that I do. When I vent, there's always like you said, a one-up story. And then there's always some kind of, I don't want to say punishment, but maybe just a consternation or a scolding for why I feel a certain way or why I think a certain way. So it really is causing me to question, I guess is a good way to, say it, to question the friendship. Like, is this something that I really want in my life? Is this something that I really want to continue? Just to kind of give you a little backstory, the friendship is at least 30 years old. So when it comes to trying to, make a determination, should I, keep the friendship or shouldn't I? Every year that passes kind of weighs, in on the decision to maybe stick it out or gut it out. Probably 20 years ago, has it been about 20 years? Yeah, probably about 20 years ago, the friend, right, I wouldn't confide in that friend anymore. Exactly. About 20 years ago, at work, I used to work in my father's electronics store. And I used to drive to the store, and I would invite anyone who wanted to enjoy lunch and stuff with me. I was working for my dad's store, and I had my own job as well. My job, I banked my money. I was trying to save up. I wanted to purchase a car. And so when I worked at my dad's store, he paid me, but he also had to pay for my lunch as well. So anytime, I charged him $40 for lunch. Yes, I did. In any event, anyone who wanted to kind of hang out, because I worked Monday through Friday, and then I worked for my dad on Saturday and Sunday, they wanted to see me during the day. Obviously, they'd have to come and enjoy lunch with me. I did go out on the weekends, and I used the money that I made working for my dad as what I call my kicking it money. In any event, I'm there. I got my car keys there. After lunch, my girlfriend had showed up. She had her boyfriend with her. We go to lunch. We come back, hanging out in the store a little bit. My brother, he also worked in the store. And, we have a lot of inventory. It's really busy. So I'm like, well, I tried to talk, I tried to hang out, but it wasn't working. So I was like, listen, it's probably going to be a better idea if we just kind of, meet back up later on. I definitely need to get to this. She said she understood. So her and her boyfriend, they leave. When it was time to leave the store that night, I couldn't find my keys. I thought maybe I had packed them up. We were doing inventory. I was really busy. I had a spare at home. Had my dad bring me the key. I leave. The next day, my brother asked could he borrow my car. That's almost always, I want a $40 lunch. Keep in mind, that was for Saturday and Sunday. So I could go somewhere, spend $10 and have made a profit. I told him, hey, you want me to give up my weekends? I already work full time. You want me to give up my weekends? It's going to cost you. So I did. I charged him for lunch as well as he got over scot-free. I handled all the marketing. I handled all the inventory. I did all the coupons and sales. I started bundling and packaging. Marketing 101. I mean, based on my experience, I was able to get life credit when I started college because I waited a few years before I went to college, and I was still able to take advantage from just being able to pass like entrance exams and things. I went and spoke with professors and let them know I've been doing this for years. I can tell you probably how we can impact, they had all these principles and theories. So it definitely was worthwhile. Anyway, so I go home. My brother asked me to borrow my car. That's almost always a oh hell no. I was feeling generous. I don't even know what happened, but I literally said to him, sure. So he comes, he gets my keys, he comes and he says, where's your car? We had a parking garage, a double garage towards the right-hand side of our home. And on the left-hand side of the home, we had a 3-car garage. We had a single unit that you can drive in. My dad, he was a collector of antique vehicles. So whatever the hottie of the month was, they got into that single. And then we had a double. And then on the side of our triple garage, he would have some other antique vehicles. He was trying to build up a fleet of antique cars. Unfortunately, I think he only ever got to like 5, but he wanted to have like 10. And what he used to do on the weekends, he would take people. We had a big state park, and people would pay for rides in one of his antique cars. He would also drive them in weddings and things. So he wanted to get to a point where he was building a big fleet of antique cars to utilize for that. It was starting to work, but then he got kind of sick. But my brother comes and asks, where's your vehicle? What the hell you mean, where's my car? What side did you park on? I looked on both, but it's not there. I don't know what he's talking about. My car is completely gone. It's not in the driveways. It's not in any of the garages. And we have 5. It's not on the side of anything. Cannot find the car at all whatsoever. Call the police. Police asked me who I gave my car to. I'm like, I didn't give it to anybody. I wouldn't be calling in. He said there's no visible signs of theft. There's no glass falling out. And I looked and I thought about that. And I'm like, yeah. And I said, my car keys came up missing yesterday at my dad's job. He was like, really? And I said, yeah. And he was like, was there anyone there that knows where you live? And I'm like, no. My brother, who worked with me, says, Sachin's my friend and her boyfriend. And I said, hadn't thought about that. Didn't dawn on me. Didn't ring a bell. Anything. Long story short, I start calling her, just to see if, maybe one of their friends had met up with them. They had the key, didn't realize it. But then why would the car be gone, right? Still didn't dawn on me. Still have, positive, I'm assuming, what do they call assuming positive intent. Still doing that. Can't find her. I end up calling her sister. The sister tells me, he stole your car, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? No. Yes, that's why he's not allowed at my house. She said her sister was there to visit my friend. was there to visit one evening, and she brought the boyfriend. She had money that was laying out on the table, $200. She packs the money up, puts it in an envelope, and she's going in the kitchen to put it in a utility drawer. She says as she's closing the drawer, he comes into the kitchen. She doesn't understand why, because when you bring company to someone's home, you should be waiting on them. You should go and see if they want something to drink. He came off like with the flippant, oh, I was trying to get something to drink type of an excuse. She says they were there for, a little while, maybe an hour. She decides to go upstairs. It dawns on her, wait a minute, let me go back downstairs. What did I do? She goes downstairs. Guess who she finds in the kitchen? Oh, I was trying to get something to drink. She leaves. He's about to try and leave the house, and she goes after him. Hey, wait a minute. She opened the utility drawer, and she told me the envelope with the $200 was gone. She would not let him out the house without baring his pockets, and he finally said, fine, I didn't want your stinking $200 anyway. Again, the money was on him. This is the person that she brought to my father's store. Oh no, the boyfriend, oh hell yes. Brought this same person after inflicting them on your closest relative and knowing what the capability is. You're going to bring them to a small, hard-earned. Hey, Marissa, how you doing? Brought them to a small business that was, you're talking about blood, sweat, and tears trying to get this open. My dad's life's work. He has his 2 kids working in the store, and we're trying to, become reputable. We got stores out like Circuit City, Kmart. They doing well, and we're trying to compete. This is before Walmart was the ish. And you're bringing them to a reputable business, and their propensity. Long story short, 28 days, your car needs to be missing for 30 days in order to get a check. Other than that, we will fix whatever's wrong when it's found. And it was found on with no tires, sitting on bricks, and the inside completely torn and ripped up. Did not hear from him. She did not hear from him the entire 28 days. She was blowing the phone up trying to get in touch with him. My car was found on the 28th day. 29th day, he starts calling her. She's talking to me probably about 5 days later, because I didn't want to speak. I didn't want to have anything to say. I was really irritated and things. And about a week goes by. I'm giving dry conversation. Okay, well, I got to go. That type of conversation. Finally, she says, what do you expect me to do? I don't want to be alone, and it's hard to find someone. That was how the conversation opened, and literally how the conversation ended. It took a long time, probably about a year, before I could even say hello when the phone would ring. That is just a smidgen of some of the things that obviously that really caused me to question the friendship the most. Leave it. Right? Listen, alone is better. I agree. I totally agree. But to inflict them on your sister, if you are with me, you my man, we moving towards this thing called life. We got to rely on each other. I got to be able to face family and friends, because if something happens, who do we go to? Who helps us? We can't have people throwing us off, and then, something occurs, we have nowhere to go. So I need to be able to face life with you in as positive a light as possible. And the minute you cross family, which is the only place you have to go, then we can't do this anymore. We can't be together. We got to separate. We got to part ways. I say get a cat. Ain't worth it. That's right, Nina. I say the same thing, Crystal. But I was so hurt. I was upset. I talked to my father, the police officer that was handling the case. He literally was like, I can't believe that, your girl knows this person, and you're suffering like this. And it was bad. It was really bad. I was hurt. I was upset. And I feel like during that time, I did not get any sympathy or empathy for what she brought into perspective, for what she caused, because I feel like she knew his propensity. She knew he had already stolen from her sister. He got caught in the act. So why bring this person around anyone else, especially a small business that's owned by your friend's parents? Why would you do that? So there was, no remorse. I don't feel like there was really any remorse. New friend too. Yeah. The reason I say this is because time and time again, I've always felt like I get gut punched when it comes to dealing with this relationship. And I'm just at a point right now where I'm questioning the worth. Is it worth it to keep going? Is it worth it to try? The only reason why I continued after that incident, we were a few years in at that point, and my father said, don't cause havoc, don't rock the boat, just take a few steps back and handle with a different type of pole. Some people you can handle real close, you don't need a pole. Some people you got to handle with a 10-foot pole. Some people you just got to be able to wave from across the room. Toxic friendships gotta go. I so am at that point, Marissa, but I don't know what it is. There's like this cord, and it's hard to cut. It really is hard to cut. A lot of you, especially my moderators, last year was very difficult. I ended up going home. I ended up having to help my mom after my dad passed and bring her out here. So Nina says, I had to break off a friendship with a girl that was matron of honor, oh my gosh, in my wedding, because her hubby took my hubby to a drug house when my oldest son was a few months old. Nope, not worth it. Oh, I can only imagine. And how that could have turned out. That could have turned left, real left. So I am in town. I'm only back home so that I can help break the house down. We have a ton of stuff that we have to get rid of. We have to sell stuff. Completely understand. I had to do it before. I'm there. I'm right there. So I'm there. The first, week, we were just trying to get the funeral, get the clothes and everything out of the home. We knew that probably by day 3 or 4, dealing with everything, we knew that my mom was not going to be able to afford to stay by herself. She was going to have to come this way. So at that point, we took a day or so to kind of relax. And then probably by like the 6th or 7th day, it was business. It's time to get all of this stuff. We're going to sell what we can. The rest of the stuff we got to get, out of here. Tia, sounds like you need to cut the tie, sweetie. Sorry. I'm trying. Never showed up, not once, to say, hey, is there anything that I can help you with? You need me to do anything? Not that I would judge anyone for that, because that's a difficult, time. And a lot of times people don't like to be around. What irritated me about that scenario, that situation, was she was texting saying, you're going to be able to get away tonight? Maybe we can go out, have a couple of drinks or something. What? Are you serious right now? We ain't had no kicking in time. I leave. I ended up coming back. I had to come back. There was an issue or something at work I had to deal with. I was gone 2 days. 2 days. I get back. Now it's real packing time. We got to get the vehicle and everything shipped out here. What are we going to put in the vehicle? Things of that nature. We got to get the rest of the home cleaned out. We got to get, people in to help clean everything up. What's going on with that? Again, no volunteer to come help, but we got time to go kick it. And she said to me, which hurt, there is never going to be a time when I come all the way to Vegas and I don't see you and we go out and kick it, have a good time. How you going to come home and not make time to see me so we can go and kick it and relax and have a few drinks? That was what was said. And I'm still baffled by that. I had a moment, which I very rarely do. And at that time, I just let it all out. I know you didn't. I'm here dealing with my dad's funeral. I went off and hung up and, a couple of months go by. You guys know I went back home for a wedding. My aunt, she was getting married. She felt like she didn't want family to with. I can't believe this, but we had activities. Thursday we're doing this, Friday we're doing that, Saturday we're doing this, up until Sunday. Mostly everyone went home Sunday, but I felt like I was in the Hamptons. And she threw together a gorgeous wedding in 2 months so that family had a reason to come together and have fun. And I tried, but when you have an itinerary of things, it's very difficult. She was obviously invited to the wedding. She is a longtime family friend. But the activities, weren't something that I think she felt comfortable with. So she couldn't make it. And again, the guilt was on me. How can I not make time to come and, hang out, go out, kick it, things of that nature? I have to go, y'all. Have a great night. Oh, Cassie, thanks for stopping in. I know that you said that you were going to just be, you stayed longer than I thought, though. Thank you. Hi, Mickey. This doesn't sound like a two-way friendship. Mickey, I'm going to tell you, I have a couple of friends. One of them is probably in here tonight. She does tune in on, she does what we call a work and lurk when she comes in. And if she's in, you can rein in and you can, give your opinion. She says, cut the cord. We only have like maybe 3 years behind us, 2 or 3 years. And already our friendship is closer and much more beautiful. And it's a reciprocation. We can talk. We can literally talk. Like when I started out, and I was telling you guys, when I communicate with this friend, I feel scolded. A lot of people don't know, because I talked about it last year, but I kind of moved away from it. I don't date. And I haven't, because I was waiting for my daughter to become an adult. And, I didn't want to make decisions, move guys in and things of that nature where it might impact, my family dynamic that I had with my kids. And so she ridicules the decisions that I've made and the fact that I've been able to lay out my plan and follow through with it. Oh, you're a better one than me. I don't even know what do you think your kids are going to feel? Why would you do that? They need to see you interacting in a relationship, as well. And like I said, I might be venting to have a communication, but it always comes back and I feel scolded. And in the minute that I say something that may disagree with her way of thinking, then she tells me I'm being judgmental. And I think I've said that to you guys before. I don't want to come across judgmental. That's where it's coming from. It's coming from the response that she gives whenever I do say, oh, well, no, I wouldn't do that because I feel like this. Well, you don't have to be so judgmental. I really feel like a lot of times I don't know which way to go. So, hey, Melissa, how are you tonight? Jeremy says, hi. Cindy B says, cut her off cold. She wouldn't understand your reasoning anyway. I do, I'm leaning there. I definitely I really do feel like you're right. Like it's never going to sink in. Ever, ever, ever. Neither do I, only because I don't want to date. I'm right there, Mickey. I mean, I'm right there. I had a friend, she started on a dating profile for me because obviously it's time and my kids are both, of age and I don't have to worry anymore. They're, free to make their decisions and things. And I don't know. I'm not really interested at this point. Christy says, Tia, you want to know something? I never seen my parents kiss in all my life. Really? Really? Oh my. Have I seen my parents kiss? Trying to think. Don't forget to smash that like button and show the lovely host some love. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. And Mickey says, I'm good. Melissa, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Just kind of venting. I knew this was coming because I had like a bad week at work. And again, when I tried to vent. I tried to, hey, this, oh yeah, I know that happened to me one time. And it's going to sound bad what I'm going to say, but I hope that you guys know that I don't mean it in a bad way. But I just want to say, girl, you wish you had a job like that. You know this ain't never happened to you. Quit lying. Quit making stuff. You. I know that's mean though, so I'm sorry, but I do so want to say that. I just don't. Nina says, Tia, if she is making you feel that way about yourself, then she is not worth it. Friends don't do that. I'm there. I'm telling you, I'm there. That's why, it's been weighing on my mind. Yesterday and today was just, this kind of stuff I don't feel should like bog you down. You shouldn't feel weighted and weighed down by a choice or something. So I never saw my parents kiss because they were separated when I was 6. Well, I guess that makes sense. I don't recall. I really don't. I don't recall. I wonder. I don't think my kids could say the same either. I mean, I don't know if my kids could say the same. You know. What I do know, my choice came because the first couple of years after Dad left, Dad had a lot of girlfriends, and my kids seen a lot. They would come in, the stories they would tell me. I'm like, why is he having so much life around them? So I do feel like, I don't want them to see me arguing, with anyone. I don't want them to see me interacting, making a dumb decision. I don't want my kids seeing me forgive stupidity. And I feel like when you're in you are more prone to, I think the older you get, no matter what, you start to see the writing on the wall. But sometimes the writing on the wall is just a little blur when you are first in Obviously, the longer you're with someone, the more clarity you have. And I didn't know if I wanted my kids to see me when the writing was blurry. So I felt like as an adult, if I'm making poor decisions, I could say to them, well, you grown, you in a relationship, let's see how you handle that. I waited until you were an adult, so I didn't make any dumb decisions. And now let's see what you do. So I feel like, I at least have that on my side. Jeremy says, don't let it get to you. Call her out on it. So that is literally probably where I'm at more, Jeremy. I think in the past, I've kind of backed up a little too much and just kind of let some things maybe slide off my shoulder. I agree with what Cindy B said, that she probably is not going to understand, my reasoning, but I do feel like you're right, that I would feel better if I at least called her out on the things that I feel that she has done to destroy the relationship. Yeah, I agree with Jeremy. Call her out on it. Yep. And Nina says, friends are supposed to listen and give advice. They aren't supposed to cut you down. pisses me off that she does that to you. You deserve better. Thank you, Nina. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I hate that scolding feeling. So we were talking, and I don't know where it came from, but out of nowhere, she's coming to Vegas. And I think all of this apprehension is because you guys know we have the big diamond painting weekend. I got no advance notice. And I feel like I'm going to say my piece and enjoy myself rather than try and kill myself, because I know she's going to ridicule why I didn't find time to try and go up on the strip and hang out. I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to. Where do I want to be? I want to be here. I want to be diamond painting. I want to be enjoying my friends. And so I think all of this angst started to build up because it started off me having a bad day at work, me trying to vent. But now, it's like you got plans. Doesn't matter what they are. That's true. You're absolutely right. But I mean, I was saying to my mom, and like, I think you should just diamond paint and do what makes you happy, But I have it honestly. My dad was the most non-confrontational person that I've ever met. And at least like from time to time, my mom, you can tell, when something is getting to be too much. But for my dad, he would, for lack of a better word, I think he would allow people to walk over him sometimes a little too much. And so I'm trying not to be that person. I want to, like I think Jeremy pinpointed it the best when he said, just call her out on it. And I think that so is what's going to, like, how do you make plans to go to a whole other town where someone that lives, and you don't confirm before you make those plans? It's okay. What are we going to do? The arrangements. Like, I don't know where she's staying, but we haven't even had that conversation. So, and I think, for me, I don't like feeling this way. I've been disgruntled. I had an irritating, it was so bad. So you guys know the holiday was Monday, and a lot of business, the federal holiday, a lot of businesses were closed. We were closed. However, they worked a volunteer skeleton crew, and I was part of the skeleton crew. And there were so many businesses. We didn't really get a lot of calls from people who were in accidents. They understood. It was like hospitals trying to follow up on, payments, and irritated because we were closed. And I spent the whole day getting yelled at. So I was already irritated. Melissa B went to potty. Come on back. Cindy B says, you don't have to tell her why. You had plans before she told you. Yes, I did. Sometimes I got plans to take a nap. So I say no. Oh, Marissa, I love that. Cindy B said, I wish you had told me earlier. I'm all booked up. Oh, man, I love all of it. I'm going to use it all also. And Nina says, because she don't care about what you want to do. Exactly. I've always felt like that. Whew. So the conversation before I had a bad day, I just need to vent. Oh, yeah, I've had one of those before. And I remember this one time this business called, and I was like, what business are you talking about? She's a laborer. And I'm still confused at, what business she was referring to. I listened, but it just was getting kind of frustrating, And so the last conversation that we had before this was about 3 months after the how you gonna come to town and not make time to come kick it and hang out. I guess she told someone, and they said something to her because she called and she was like, well, maybe sometimes I don't think. And, maybe I didn't think about, what you were going through or what you were dealing with at the time. So I apologize, and it was really one of the most, it didn't feel genuine. And Christy says, if she asks you why you don't want to, because I don't want to. I don't have to tell you nothing. Y'all gonna have me with my hat to the back and my finger like this. I really, truly am planning to, and I'll, update you guys, but I do plan to have that, you know, let me finish, let me get it out. This is why our friendship is at this precipice, and we gonna either go right together, or you going left and I'm going right, and we separate. It's gonna definitely be that. And yeah, and I believe, I hope that she enjoys her solitude in Vegas this weekend, and she shares that with a few people when she gets back, because I definitely don't have any plans to do anything. I was just talking about that with some friends at work. If you're in here, Brandon, we have a couple of people from my job. I took Hope Runs Deep to work, and one of them placed a gigantic order from Diamond Art Club. Hope Runs Deep was one of them. They placed an order for almost $400 worth of diamond paintings out the gate, their first order. And you're probably going to see them jumping into a lot of your lives. They're addicted already, and they already were on YouTube and things. I told them to introduce themselves, because it's not a lot of men in the community, and both of them are men, by the way. But I told them it's not a lot of men in the community, and we would love to see you guys. So if you're in here tonight, Brandon, I know you're doing your rounds in all of the YouTube videos. Make sure you say hi, make friends, and start subscribing. Oh. Cindy B says, I didn't think, and I'm too lazy to help you pack up the house. Christy says, love you, Tia. I love you too. Nana, how are you? How are you tonight? Sarima! Marisa says hi. Mickey says hi. Christy says, Tia, I'm going to follow you. I don't want to walk the other way. Oh, I love that. Mickey says, that's commitment. That is commitment. I appreciate that. And Jeremy says, good God. Crystal says, holy moly, well, welcome to the Addiction New Diamond Painter. Jeremy needs another guy around here. Exactly. I was quite shocked. So I was trying to find a place to put it up. I was going to hang it for just one day. The other guy, he's the mail clerk, and he is like, what is this always coming in? What are you always ordering? And so his name is Tony, by the way. So Brandon and Tony, if you guys see them, they're going to be shy at first, but Tony, he loved the sparkle, and he's the one that found the place for me to display it for that day. And so people were coming over all day long. I'm on the phone. I can't get off the phone. And they were like, did you do the painting that's hanging up? Yes, I did. How did you get it to sparkle? I didn't do anything. That's the diamonds. So, and it looks so good with the light just kind of flickering off as you're walking by. It really did look good. So yeah, 2 new diamond painters. They're both men. And if you see them, welcome them to the community. Jeremy needs another guy. Yes, men can diamond paint too. Just one day, she says. I agree. We do need more male diamond painters. Brandon and Tony, welcome to the diamond painting community. That's right. So, yeah, men definitely need more. Definitely need more of them in the community. I think one of the biggest things that they need is, like, you guys all know JoJo's art is like, it's touching. It's camaraderie based. I think what they need is something that connects more to what men like: hunting, sports cars. You guys know Justin's first diamond painting ever was a race car, and it had flames coming off of it. He's working on, I don't know. He has 3 or 4 projects right now. He's got a lion. He's got a wolf. He's got the gumball. And what else does he have? Lion, a wolf, gumball. He has one other project. He's got 4 projects total that he's working on right now. And I think, if not that I want them to kind of change everything in the diamond painting companies, but I think for them, just something that connects more to them. Justin, for this year, once he gets through with these 4, he's going to focus a little bit more on customs. And the unfortunate part about customs are he will purchase his own lithographs. He will do that. Um, but he's trying to configure how that works in like licensing and being able to get the artwork as a custom and then diamond painted and things like that. He's concerned with that, especially after, I know Christy, you posted some information with Aaron Carter and JoJo's Arts, the little conflict that is going on there. I I really feel badly for JoJo. I really do. Very sweet guy, young, new to artistry, works very hard, has created a genre for himself, and it really worked quickly to get his paintings into collections, and he's earning, commission on his pieces because he's one of Diamond Art Club's commissioned artists. And for someone to so arrogantly steal his work, in this age after Napster, where artists, and Aaron Carter was no different. He was an artist who had music that he didn't want up on Napster. It's not what he used to be. He is a selfish little boy who is a drama starter. Yeah, definitely. I saw the comment. There was like, he didn't care at all. He could care less. He took the artwork, and yeah, he wasn't sorry. You guys, I gotta make sure I make this purchase by a particular time. I think I think I think I'm going to just do it. Do it, do it, do it. You ever have that where your order is less than you were willing to spend, so you're trying to spend more? I found one at JoJo's Art Pieces on an Instagram store. I tagged Diamond Art Club in it and JoJo and said stolen artwork. JoJo replied back and said, "Thank you so much." Aw, that was so nice, Jeremy. I still want his Yin Yang Koi piece through Diamond Art Club. So before Justin started diamond painting, JoJo's Art was already his favorite artist. He had bought a lot of his artwork online at. He was trying to. He was trying to use them as screensavers for his game system. His, what does he have? The Microsoft and the PlayStation. He has 2 game systems, and then he also has his Apple system. He wanted the artwork as screensavers for everything. Whenever you have Apple, you have to purchase everything. You can't sideload anything. So he literally had to purchase all of his artwork and things. And when he was going through the artist and who he could use, JoJo was the company. JoJo's Art was the character the artist that he liked the most. Okay, I'm going to mash the button. Here we go. Continue. Here we go. One. It'll take forever. Here we go. Almost done. You guys are going to laugh at me. But, uh-oh. Here we go. Almost done. Mm-hmm. Nope. Look at that. I sure didn't. Uh-oh, wait. Almost done. Almost done. All right, let's see. Oh, I see that. Okay, I am back. I used to love Aaron, but I've lost all respect for him. He bashed his older brother and threatened his brother's wife. I heard something about that. Nana says, did you get your new light pad? No, I did not get a new light pad at all. Because that, I wouldn't have been able to get these 4 diamond paintings. I told you the light pad is equivalent to 2 diamond paintings almost. All right, so here's what I did. Just so you guys are aware. I bought the 4 that I must have. Since I didn't spend the amount that I thought I would end up spending, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until after midnight Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try them and purchase again. And then if I've missed the sale, then I'll use that extra to get my light pad. Doesn't that make sense? No? Yeah. I'm going to have the light pad. I'm going to have to get that express shipped though. But Donnie said she got it off of Amazon and I have Prime. So I'm trying to get that here. But I just wanted to use that. Now, anybody get a text from DAC today? Yes, Nana. When I told DAC about a painting of theirs I found on AliExpress, they said they just can't do anything about it. China still. Oh, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. Darn China company. Girl, buy a new light pad. I will be. Mrs. Coffee, did you show up? Not that it's going to matter, but my mom would like for you to put some pants on. Come to Vegas. These are for you because you work hard for the money. But guess what? I'm just going to eat them, okay? These are chocolate chip cookies with no nuts because my mom made a whole batch with nuts. So these won't be here if you come to Vegas, but I'm sure we'll whip some up. If you're willing to put pants on and come, I'm going to eat these. They're going to be yummy, yummy. Oh, she wrote a little note on there. Not that you can't have chocolate chips there, but it's snowing there. It's not snowing here. You got a text yesterday, Marissa? No, you'll need that light pad before those new pictures get here. I know, I do agree. I do. So I'm going to show you guys my progress because this wouldn't be done. I do thank you guys, by the way, for allowing me to vent. I feel much better. I do. I apologize that I didn't get a chance to vent before I came on, but here we go. Moving on. 2, 3. All right. So I have to really press on this. I have light pad because it'll go out. You guys know remember I started this last week here in the live. Look how far I've got. I have been having so much fun with lips. Guess what? One of the paintings I just ordered was I ordered another lips. uh, Pass them cookies. Nana says, I haven't ordered since I ordered the stuff I won from you. And I haven't ordered in a month or so. I splurged. Bought 4 on my defense. 2 was for my daughter. There you go. You can vent anytime. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Marissa says, everyone needs to vent now and then. I definitely needed to. I feel a lot better. And Christy says, I'm not as depressed as I was when I first came in. Thank y'all. Oh, that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Anytime, Jeremy says. Sariba says, I don't have her and I want her bad. Nina says, that's what we are here for. Vent all you want. I appreciate that. And Marissa says, that's good, Christy. Sometimes you gotta laugh and hang out with friends. That is true. So, moving over to the baby. Yes. Do you guys have a favorite show or a favorite movie? I think we talked about this a few months ago. Obviously, a good favorite movie for me to watch is Pretty Woman. Love that hooker. Actually, after the first 10 minutes of the movie, I don't even remember that. That's what she was. It just turns into a cute love story. Too many to name. I watch too much TV. So this week, I did the Bad Boys Marathon. My mom and I, we went back to the beginning and we watched the first one. We watched the second one. Then we got on our shoes and we went to the movies and we watched the third one. Has anyone seen the third one? No spoilers here. You do not have to worry. I won't give away anything. But what I will say is, I've never found myself, you love Pretty Woman? Oh, that's one of my all-time favorites. My second to Pretty Woman is Ever After with Drew Barrymore. Tia, it was good. Yeah, was it good? Oh, I loved it. I did. So I went to see it because I was on Facebook and people were starting to blow up, the movie. Oh, I went to see it. Don't waste your time on Netflix this weekend. Go and see, So I said, well, let me at least see what what it's all about and things. Again, I'm going to be honest. I've never really been a Will Smith fan. I would watch the movies that he was in, but they weren't must see. I didn't have to just see them. And this movie, what I will say is, I left there with a little bit of a crush on Will Smith. And I've never had a crush on him. I never was like, oh, he is just so cute. Ooh, but I did leave with a crush on him. I thought in this movie, he got his grown man on. He was very attractive. Just the way he played the character, I guess. So I really did. I'm like, woo, okay. Cindy B likes A League of Their Own. I can watch it every time it's on. I loved the ending of that movie where they started cutting from the people in the movie who played them and then cut to the real life characters as they were, playing a game at the end of the movie. I love that. I love that ending and how they cut to that. Nana says, Ever After is a fave of mine as well. Oh, Sariba, I'm telling you, that movie, when I tell you she pulls you into the character, I love that she was the producer. Her production company produced it, and she went all out. She wanted to show her acting chops on that she was, growing up and, no more Poison Ivy type movies. She pulled that out, and I love how she played the character. It made me want to cry. I felt so bad for her. Um, oh, and the sweet revenge at the end. Oh, you gotta love a love story where there's sweet revenge. So yes, I love that movie. Haven't seen Bad Boys at all. Mickey, treat yourself. The movie itself is action packed and it's for everyone. Obviously, a lot of cussing, so I don't think maybe you should be with little kids, But um, you know, I never had to contain my kids and keep them away from that. They know. Well, we don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. But so if they were watching a movie and it had cussing in it, I didn't have to say, now they're not here, you're saying that, because that was understood. Now, I've never walked up on them to see if they utilize anything that they see. But yeah, foul language, I wouldn't have restrained them so much for that. I would have wanted them to see the action and things. But the movie, I feel, was a great watch for everyone. The first one, the second one, and yeah, the third one, it all ties. Like I said, I'm not going to give any spoilers. I do like the character that he has grown into. I'll say that. I had a little crush on him, just a little crush on him. I came home from there and I watched Hitch. Hitch was it was okay. I liked it. It was okay. But I came home wanting to see him. So I got to watch Hitch. He had a little too much hair in Hitch for me, for my taste. But I had a new appreciation for him. So that's what, movies can do. Had new appreciation. I was like, ooh. And my mom says, I think you have a crush. And I said, I think I do too. So there you have it. A crush on Will Smith. He's a billionaire, a millionaire. I could do worse. But Nice says third. The third movie. I'm binge watching Grey's Anatomy now. I fall asleep watching it every night, and it continues to play. So I have to go back and watch at least 2 episodes again. I do that. I do that as well, Nana. I am at night. I do that with. This is an all-time classic for me, and I enjoy it. Murder, She Wrote. When it came on the first time, I would be there glued. Loved it. Believe it came on Sunday nights. Couldn't tear me away from the TV at all. So yeah, she's on Hallmark Mysteries, and they do 4 episodes. I get through the second, but I'm probably asleep by the time the third and the fourth, so I have to watch that one the next day, the same way like you were saying. So I'm always a couple of episodes behind. All right, moving over. Let's see. I see some good ones. Gotta say, I think Disney movies are my favorite, from Mary Poppins to Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast. Also, what is it? Princess Tiana, the Frog, Princess and the Frog. Love that one. I mean, I love all of them, but I love that one. Got my Disney on this summer when I went to see Lion King. Oh, man. If you guys ever saw the cartoon, my mom calls them animations. Are you watching the animation? Everyone says cartoon, but she says animation. If you guys ever watch the cartoon and if it moved you, go see the movie. To see the live animals go through, the suffering, and to see Mufasa trying to scrape up and hold on and climb the mountain, it was moving. It was moving. Disney did an excellent job on that. Loved it. Aladdin, that is on the Disney Plus app. Telling you. The dancing in Aladdin, my daughter, she had a little crush on what is the guy's name from Abu Blah? She had a little crush on him. I really liked when I first saw pictures of Will Smith as the blue genie. I was like, what was he thinking? But it really worked in the movie. It really did. So no spoilers, but that was a very fun, action-packed, The story moved. It was really great. It was no overacting. It was no corny parts or pieces in there. I loved it a lot. I like the original music as well as the remake of the songs. Love it. So I think we should have some artists. If you guys paint or anything, maybe someone should, come up with something and get their work out there and see if one of these diamond painting companies will pick up your, rendition of one of these movies, because those are a lot of fun. And to bring me back to where I was at when I watched the movie, the feeling, as you guys know how I talk about feeling that a painting will give me before I, want to purchase it, like Island Time. Just looking at Island Time, I still get that feeling. If I wasn't working right now for presents, this right here is going to be a present for my niece. She's about to graduate from cosmetology school. I'm going to give it to her on her birthday. I have my daughter's birthday present coming up, but Island Time, I keep missing it. When I look at that painting, it just does something to me. I love that. I love that about movies. I love that about if I'm listening to a book. I always listen to books. I don't kind of read them because I went to court reporting school and we had to do literary. We had to be timed on literary, and I always had to do a book on tape or where they had the CD and I would plug it in just to get faster with literary, because literary was harder than jury charge or Q&A. And you could, memorize certain briefs for those. You can't do that with literary because you don't know what the next word is. You don't know where the story is going. So it's very difficult. Literary slows you down a lot. Hey, I'm moving from there. Favorite movie is Shawshank. Hey, Melissa, my ex, the kid's father, Shawshank Redemption, that is his movie. That and, what is that movie? I'll Be Your Huckleberry. Oh, I forget. It'll come to me in the middle of the night. But he loved that rendition of, it's gonna take me a moment, but it'll come to me. Those were his two favorite movies. We had to watch it over and over. That part in Shawshank where they was crawling through the tunnel. Whew, man. Ever After is if Cinderella really happened. It happened like that. That's right, Odd. I agree. I totally agree. And Christy says, "Oh, Cindy B, I love that movie, Gone with the Wind." Yeah, Gone. I was just talking about that the other day. Brett Butler, Ray, what is it? Ray. We're just talking about that. We're trying to name as many of the characters as we could. Me and my mom, and I was on a roll. I can't believe it right now. It's gone. It's out. And Mickey says that was dope, Christy. That's another one. Melissa B. Shawshank Redemption. Oh my God, I love Gone with the Wind. And Christy says, I can watch that movie all day, every day. Shawshank Redemption. There we go. Look at that. Varied, very varied movie taste. I like that. Moving on from there, I don't do favorites with many things, including movies. Hard to pick just one. Odd. There is another Bad Boys coming out. It's out, Melissa. It came out last Friday, I think. Sarita says, I loved him in Enemy of the State with Gene Hackworth. I loved him in that movie also. I really did. Melissa B says, love The Resident and Riverdale. Riverdale is one of Justin's favorite, Melissa. He is up on that. He loves Riverdale. He loves Arrow. And what else? I forget. He has 3 shows that are, The Flash. Those are his 3 must-see shows, Riverdale, Arrow, and The Flash. He watches them. We watched The Flash and Arrow together. Him and I, we started watching Riverdale. I got behind. He kept going and left me. Nina says, Criminal Minds and Supernatural. I have watched all of the Vampire Diaries, the originals, and Girl. Those 3 movies right there, that was, those 3 shows right there, the originals. When the originals came out, Nina, you couldn't stop me. I had to watch them. I loved that dynamic. What's his name? Klaus's brother. It's escaping me. I'm getting old. Loved him and his mild mannered ways. Loved him. And I definitely thought that his depiction and how he played off of Klaus, keeping him out of trouble, showing that love, that brotherly love, loved it. I have watched, okay, Lion King, love live action. True Blood. I remember True Blood also. Live action Lion King was great. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Tombstone, Christy, thank you. Boy, that wouldn't have come to me until the middle of the night. Tombstone, it is. And that movie is awesome. But the way that what is it? Val Kilmer played whoever played I'll Be Your Huckleberry. I forget his name. It's escaping me right now. But the way he played it, oh, you cross. Oh, I love that. That would irritate me. I'm already mad, and you're going to ask me, are you cross? You know, and then the taunting. When it's time for gunplay, I already think I'm the baddest guy in here. Don't come in here intimidating me. That makes me nervous. Love that movie. Yeah, that Tombstone is a great movie. Wider. See, you guys are helping me. It's not going to come to me until the middle of the night. All of this is going to pop in my mind. You and me share a love of Dark Hunter. Yes, we do, Sariba. Yes, we do. The Dark Hunters, I'm telling you, I don't know which one I love the most. I love them all. The Damons, too. The good ones. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Sherilyn Kenyon, you guys got to get on it. Start from point A and go all the way through. You guys will, if you like romance, a little touch of paranormal, they're all romance, but they add in action, they add in paranormal. You go into, they created this world. It's the Dark Hunter world, and it is amazing. I don't know if I were that creative, if I could ever create a world where, they have, it's a beautiful world. I can't describe it. Tia, that diamond painting is wow, so gorgeous, isn't it? I love all musicals. Oh, you and me both, Sariba. I do too. Love the musical. Titanic, Mrs. Doubtfire, Liar, Liar are my favorites. I haven't seen Liar, Liar in a while. But Mrs. Doubtfire, I'll never forget. Yes, that was epic. Getting ready to watch my record of tonight's episode of Riverdale after your live. I can't wait. Sariba, I was going to name that one too. Love it. I'll be your Huckleberry. I just watched The Last Blood of Rambo, and it was so good. Oh, I'm going to have to try. My Fair Lady, by far my all-time favorite. The Guardian, Dances with Wolves. I like that. Dances with Wolves, are my two most favorite. Rhett Butler. I would have gotten it. I always try. We were naming them, Cindy B. Tell you. The Greatest Showman was on point. I haven't seen. My daughter saw it. She loved it. All the books tie in so well. I have all of them. I have up to, I think 24. And I got behind after 19. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. The idea in today's world is awful. That's why I don't have an interest in dating, though. But you're right. The books, oh my goodness. I'm going to have to get caught back up because my daughter, when I first started, she was little and she's like, I was like, I guess one day. I don't know what I was saying, Sariba, but I was saying something out loud. And my daughter said, what are you reading, Mom? And I looked up and said, huh? And she was like, what are you reading? And I was like, nothing. I was trying to hide the title because I didn't want her, get, how you could get online and look stuff up. I didn't want her getting online and trying to look it up and things. And now that she's old and she can read all of this stuff, it probably would be a good idea for me to go back through and we can read it together. My daughter has a crush on Jason Momoa. And she is always threatening to go beat his wife up. I'm going to go over and move her out the bed and just have some fun. I'll be like, okay, you're going to find that little old woman. She's going to protect her territory, but she's got a crush on him. And she says he just needs to come for a visit here in Vegas. And I say, oh, okay. So she definitely is in love. And I was online the other day and I saw a painting that someone had started of Jason Momoa. It was a 30 by 40 though. So while I definitely would do something like that for her, I think I would have to go bigger. But I did ask if they could post it when they're done because I would be really interested in seeing how that came out, you know? Acheron had me crying and cheering and on a total roller coaster. I'm going to tell you, the first half of that book, Acheron, I think that I think I cried, I don't know, maybe every chapter, Sariba. I cried. It was emotional. What he went through, oh my gosh. I don't wish on anybody. And so you guys got to get this series and you got to read and get it on. You can get it on Audibles, but get the series called the Dark Hunter series by Sherilyn Kenyon. And she has, I think she has a breakout of it. But anyway, if you get them in order, you can go online. You can look up the book order and everything like that. The first two are not Dark Hunters. They go into Dark Hunter after that. But I think you will love it. Which one do you love the most? Which hunter? Who don't have a crush on Jason? Yeah, I guess you are right. It was the hardest read. You are absolutely right on that one. I think she knew she had to really make it good. You know, she made it everything that she could throw into a character, you know, as far as pain, she definitely did. And it hurt. It hurt me so much. So I don't know. I definitely don't know. Hi, Sweetums. How you doing? You doing good? Huh? Doing homework? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Sarita says, I love Nick, of course. Uh-oh. Acheron is my man. Nick. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, Nick and Acheron are best friends. So, I don't know. Acheron was my favorite. I think he would end up being everyone's favorite. As far as the regular story, Sariba, I think between Valerius and Zarek, I really loved Zarek's story. And I thought Zarek, he had it bad also. So, you guys, join us, please, because I think that everyone would be interested in the series. But yeah, if I had to pick, it would be Zarek and then Valerius, but my all-time favorite would definitely be Acheron. Acheron struggled the most. He had the worst childhood, and the suffrage that the author put him through. Whew. But when he found love, I loved his love story. They are a lot closer than best friends. Yeah, they are. Trying not to ruin it. Trying. You guys have got to join us. Let's see. Oh, Nina, the Shake book was amazing. The Shake book, huh? Oh, the Shack. The movie did not disappoint either. I love the movie. Yeah, I guess I'll have to get that. I have a question about copyright images. Shoot on and shoot away. Ask away, Nana. shoot on and shoot away. How did I end up with this one? I'm not going to be able to answer, but we have a plethora of experts that are in here, and I'm sure that they will be able to assist. For me, as you guys can tell, I don't really paint with a lot of my China images. I don't really do a lot with them on my lives because I don't know anything about copyright images. I know that Angie from Diamond Art Club, when she was in Mrs. Coffee's live, she indicated that we are free to utilize our images because these were done by commissioned artists, and we're free to resell them. We can show them because we've paid for them and they were paid a commission. So when it comes to my lives, you'll probably only see these being shown, but I am eager to finish. I have a Victoria's Moon, and then when it comes out, obviously you guys know I love squares, and when it comes to squares, I got my ever moments that I always have lurking in the back, and so those I enjoy as well. I just probably won't, I don't want to risk anything, so I probably won't enjoy them online, while I'm live. One day, maybe I'll create a link to where I can show them, share a link, and somebody can go. That way it's not public and just everybody can show up and say, ooh, she did this, So I think that, that's probably the next stage where, people have collections. I'll have my own little gallery collection and I'll be happy. And I'll say, look what I did. I got this from here, Home Fun. I got this from here, Ever Moments. I got this from pretty much keep it to Ever Moment. I do Home Fun. My son, that's his favorite. He likes Home Fun. There's 3 stores, and of the 3, there are 2 of them that he really enjoys the quality. I can't remember which is which. There's a Home Fun Official, and then there's a Home Fun store, or Home Fun Factory store. There's 3 different stores, and he does have a preference for 2 of the 3. He says that their diamonds are shinier. The other one, it's not that he doesn't have a preference for it, but he feels that the diamonds are more faded. So I don't know if that one is, new, or if it's the original before they improved. I'm not sure how those stores work, but there's a distinction of one of them over the other 2. Hope that helps. All righty, CTN. Oh, I saw that. Okay, so I'm a big fan of Sons of Anarchy, and I seen an image of their logo. So if I have a custom made of that logo, would it be considered a copyright? Mickey says, technically, yes, Nana, but in reality, no one cares if you're not making money from the image you make. That is true. Oh, yes. Nana says, so I could have a custom made, but couldn't unbox it or work on it on my channel. Well, with you being under 1,000 subscribers, the reason she says no one would care is because you're not profiting off of, showing its image or its likeness. However, once you get over 1,000 subscribers, I think the goal is that those videos are, then subject to be, to maybe causing your channel to be copyright struck, however that would be worded, to receive a copyright strike. And then I think whatever the repercussion that comes behind that. I'm not really certain on what that is. I just know I don't want to get one. And so I definitely try to, I'm trying to play by the rules, but I got a long way to go before I'm over, 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to, I don't know. I don't, I enjoy going live, and I enjoy having, friends to hang out with that enjoy diamond painting. And I used to be big in marketing years ago, and probably could, do something to increase. But I think I would need more FaceTime, and I spend a lot of time in you guys' videos, so I don't necessarily have that FaceTime. I forget whose video I was in. One of you guys' video late one night, and I sent you guys a message, and you were like, What are you doing up?" I'm like, "I'm watching your videos. Like, I gotta figure them out. I'll have you guys in my ear while I'm at work." Um, Mickey, I think I joined in today, and I was trying to, I always try and support. Sometimes, it, I might not be able to kind of plug into and do anything, but I definitely try to log in at work. I wish I could diamond, but we can't do that anymore. I'm just too busy, and it takes a lot of focus, when I'm doing these scene mock-ups and things. So, uh, moving over from there. So, I read that. So, if you want to show it, do it before you reach 1K. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. That's me, Tia. I don't want to copyright strike me either. Angie says, I don't have that many friends. Well, I have several. 21 of them are in here with me right now. And I love it. I feel like I definitely enjoy having like-minded friends. I think that's the beauty of this, is that we all are into the same things, crafts. We all like sparkly, Oh, I love sparkly. The more sparkly they are, the better. I tried to enhance some things that weren't sparkly with that Mod Podge glitter. Just my opinion. I hope I don't hurt any feelings. But what in the hell were they thinking? It just didn't work for me. I didn't like it. It looked like glue with glitter in it over my diamond painting. And then, unfortunately, it was a gift. So I gave it. I wonder if the person, when you're giving someone a gift that you've created with your own hands and you've put time in, the reaction is, "Oh my gosh, thank you. I love it. Thank you so much." So is that a true reaction if it's ugly? Or do you just say, thank you? Your lives are always fun, Tia. Oh, thank you, Melody. I appreciate it. It wasn't so fun earlier, but I'm getting back into me. And Sarima says, I'm working on a steampunk fox from Everyday Deals, and I'm actually loving it. I need to find a larger image of it, and we'll order it in square. I seen the steampunk on Every Moment. It's a cat. He got a little hat on. Oh, he is so cute. He has been in my shopping cart. My sister, she loves anything steampunk. And I keep telling her, I think I'm going to get that and make it for her. But every time I see something that someone else will appreciate, it takes me away from doing the things for myself. So that's the only reason why it's still in my shopping cart. But it's on Every Moment. It looks beautiful. I was on Everyday Deals the other day. Man, they coming up. They got this glued, they got the poured glue surface. Oh, I have them in my cart as well. I love that cat. Yes, it's in my cart. Seeing this, like I said, Everyday Deals, they got this poured glue, and I am just like, oh my goodness, I found like $75 worth of diamond paintings that I could really get into. If I could, I asked my friend if she would come over and diamond paint with me, and she said, yeah. And I said, okay, great. The only issue is we got to work on the current painting together, or I'm going to start you on a little kid painting. I can't start you on no big, she want to start on the big, good stuff. No, if we're going to work through my stash, I get to work on the good stuff, and then I'm going to put you on the stash part that I may not ever want to do. Is that bad? Is that mean of me? I don't know. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Nana says I probably won't order one because if I do ever reach 1,000, I don't want to have to worry about taking videos down. I have some that I will, Nana, but I'm a long way from there. Mickey says, yes, it was. There's a satisfaction in listening to a friend or even stranger be real like you are. Oh, thank you. And I saw someone do a giant diamond painting of that cat in time lapse. Oh, I should have did this in time. If I'd have known how, you guys see where I'm at up to here on this. And keep in mind, she just got started last week in the live. A week on the painting this big, that's because I feel like I'll be done with this by Friday. Definitely by Friday. And I'm doing my baby next. This for my baby. I think she looked just like my daughter. I know everybody says that. But I really do. But that's going to be next. And that's going to be her little gift for her birthday. I have had things that are really bothering me in the diamond painting world, but I bite my tongue and say nothing because I am not one for conflict. I understand that. How long do you work on it at a time? Well, Mickey, I usually start about 7 o'clock my time, and it depends. Maybe until 10, sometimes until 11, I'll diamond paint at night. So that's 3 to 4 hours. And I definitely diamond paint on, I think I usually will take off like Monday. I'll be here at my desk, but I may just be piddling around. I may only get an hour or so. Tuesday, I definitely diamond paint 7 until. Wednesday, obviously, I try and get some in while I'm live, but I definitely continue, and I'm up until probably 11 or 12 because I'm the only one that's in here, and so everyone's knocked out sleep, and I'm wide awake when my live goes off, so I definitely get a lot more done. Thursday is Justin's off day, and he diamond paints with me on Thursday, sometimes on Wednesdays. He usually gets up and he diamond paints in the morning, so we're on opposite schedules now. But Thursday, he's off, so he'll be here. He'll do his running around during the day, and I'll get in a few hours with him. We'll be laughing and stuff and chuckling and things like that. You guys know he told you, was it last week, I think, that he met someone new. So he got a little girlfriend, and they went on their first date. So that sounds to be going pretty well. I think he's trying to get another date together. I don't know if it's this weekend. His days that he can date are Thursdays and Sundays. Sometimes he gets off really late Saturday evenings. He works late on Saturdays, and I think he works late on Monday nights. I think Monday or Tuesday, one of those nights he works late. They did just hire a relief person, so I don't know how that's going to translate for him, but it's a girl. And Justin, he works in the office, the finance office of a car dealership, so it's rare to find women in the industry. so we'll see how that works out. I think that's everyone's, mindset right now, so we'll see. But she's their relief, and they're all in the process of kind of training and stuff. I told them, don't look at her like that. She's a woman. And I tell you, women, they're more driven than men. So you guys are looking at her, wondering if she gonna make mistakes. Y'all better be on y'all A game. She'll be pointing y'all's mistakes out. Next thing you know, she'll have your good job and your good paycheck. So be on task. uh, how long do you work on it at a time? I got that. AM or PM? I work in the PM. I leave home about 9 a.m. and I get home at between 6 and 6:30, and then I have dinner, and then I relax, and I come in. I sit right here, and I'm here until between 7 and 11. Just above right here is my fireplace. I keep all of my patty wax and things on top of the fireplace, and up above to the right of my camera is my TV. And if I do want to watch TV, I'm sorry. There we go. If I do want to watch TV, obviously, I can sit here and look right up at the TV. So I'm in a great place. I have an office chair. Love my office chair. I will be investing in a little bit of a stool. Sometimes I feel like putting my feet up, and so that's the only other purchase that I probably don't need to make for this year. My chair does kind of recline back a little bit, so if I ever just want to take a break, I'll turn face this way, put my feet up, and look up right here to the TV. I don't know if I should really do that because I probably will never leave this spot. Mickey says you're fast. Tia, you have gotten a lot done on your painting. I have. I hope he gets him a good girl this time. He deserves the best. I think that's where we all are. Like his best friend and one of his coworkers, they all are really close. And they came over the other morning, and they were hanging out, and we were laughing and joking and stuff. And they treat Justin, so they call him granddad, but sometimes they treat Justin like he's their son. So they're here, and they were really trying to, I guess, do it all at once so he didn't have to keep telling the story. And they were like, all right, well, let's just get it out. Let's get all our questions out. And we all got to do like a question and answer to see how things were going with him. And her name is Jade. She's really cute. She's a really cute girl. And, everyone wants to give their tips and stuff. My brother came over the other day, and my brother, he was reining in. He feels like, because Justin's really shy, and he feels like his biggest opportunity is to definitely ensure that, he can carry his part of conversations. And he said, when he was young, that's something that he felt he had to work on. He said that some girls that he would talk to, they couldn't wait to get off the phone with him and move on to someone else. He was like, I was just getting my groove, and I gotta figure things out. By the time I come up with a question, they're like, all right, well, you know what, you take care. I'll talk to you. My brother had me cracking up. So I told him, well, you tell him that. He's not going to listen to dating tips from me, from mom. So he's definitely going to, he said he thinks instead of coming over when the friends were over, he thinks it should be uncle and son time or nephew time, by himself, so that he can give them tips on, just communication and things. What do you guys look for when you first start talking to someone? Is communication key? I remember when I used to date, I ask a lot of questions and I talk a lot. So I don't necessarily need them to be able to ask me a lot of questions. But if I'm in the midst of, talking and asking questions, I make a joke or I crack, I would like them to be intellectual enough to catch, my drift and things like that. I don't want to be making jokes and you don't get it. You're like, huh? That wasn't funny, and then I tell it to someone else and they're cracking up because they understood the pentameter, they understood what I was trying to get at and where the joke was coming from. So that's really my only thing. Happy to hear Justin has found someone. Yeah, I knew you would. He was talking to you and Rebecca, Marissa, Mrs. Coffee, and Rachel Ray. Because you guys always gave him, just the biggest cheering section. Jeremy, he was definitely in there giving him from his perspective. She's a gold digger. She's just trying to get you money. So I definitely think that he really appreciated that. Moving on. Let's see. Angie, why not do a small snack size painting while you wait? Nikki says, I have a cardboard box filled with a couple of pillows under the dining table for my feet. I hadn't thought about that. I'm still here just working and lurking. Okay. How you feeling? Much better? Angie says, Mickey, I did a snack size one. I just don't have one that makes me want to start one. That is bad that I can't find one even in my stash of paintings that makes me want to get excited to do. Oh, might be time to slash the stash. Yes, it is, but I need to find one painting to catch my eye that gets me excited to do it. Yeah, I can understand that. Angie, it's the thrill of the hunt. Once the monkey is bagged, your zoo needs a cat. Ooh, I like how you worded that. I don't know. Been married 29 years this year. Have you met his girlfriend yet? No, Angie's, I haven't. That's what we were talking about Sunday morning. So it was me and all of his friends, and I can't remember if it was me or if it was his best friend. One of us said it. When do we get to meet her? Obviously, that's the big question that we all want to know. When do we get to meet her? And he was like, he wants a couple more dates. He definitely wants a couple more dates. So his last girlfriend, so you guys know, she basically was in it for the paycheck. She wanted him to be able to he was a full-time student and he worked full-time also. He had a crazy load. He was going to college and he was getting to the point where he felt like something has to give. I need either a better job and, or I need to give this job up and go to school, maybe change my major. Something had to give. His mind was all over the place and I felt horrible for him. And instead of being able to go to her and talk to her about some of the things that, he was in transition and wondering and worrying about, he tried to talk to her one time. She didn't want to, hear it. She was basically trying to get off the phone with him. And her friend was over at the house. And she hadn't hung the phone all the way up. And he heard her talking to her friend. And her friend and her were clowning him for his job and stuff. He this old, he working here and he going to school and he ain't got no money. He can't even take me shopping. He can't buy me this. He don't have no money to try and get me no car, things like that. And it hurt his feelings. It hurt him really bad. He told me everything that was said and I was just like, wow. I could see, we've been together for a while. We have kids. We live together and I'm working and you're not. I can see that scenario, but not you. He lives home with his mom and he's a sophomore in college and she lives at home with her mom. And we talking about he don't have no money to take and pay on my car and, look at what he going to school for. He was in school for nursing at the time. He had changed his major twice and they were all still in the medical community, in the medical field. He had started off physical therapy or something like that and then kind of moved over to something else and then went into nursing. Which shocked me because science was, but his best grades in school were social studies and math. So I always said, find something that utilizes your skills. Hence, he now works in the finance department at a auto dealership. So I was confused, with the nursing and the medical in the first place. But just to kind of give you an idea, so he got some great advice last year. We were in Alive, we were diamond painting, and I was shocked because Justin's shy when he just started sharing, and seeking advice and how to, go about his next steps. He got some great advice. He went from there to applying for some other jobs, trying to get into a field that would bring him some, happiness. And now his job is going to be paying for his schooling. So he pays up front, they reimburse him, and he'll be going to school for, a field where if he doesn't like this dealership, or he can go into banking, he can also go into my field, adjusting and things like that. He would probably be in the accounting side over, where the policies and things, but we don't just have auto, we have homeowners and things like that. So I told him he is now on a path to where he's building a career, and I like that. So great advice. Like I said, she did, Jeremy. Remember, she wanted the wine and so Angie says, that's understandable. I've been looking at other crafts to do. Really? Not his responsibility to get her a car. I so agree, Cindy B. I just didn't understand where that came from. Like, when he told me, I'm like, what? What does that mean? You should not be doing that. No, at all. You don't even know if you guys are going to end up married. Why would you be doing that? That's how mistakes happen. You start commingling too soon. Next thing you know, she getting palimony and child support. I would like to make tumblers or diamond painting pens or something completely different. Well, Angie, I see a lot of tumblers on a lot of craft stations, so you might be in for something. I see a lot of those. Yes, I agree. My first one was a 100 by 70 because it caught my eye and I needed it. Took me 6 months to do it, and I absolutely loved every minute doing it. Have you tried paint by number or cross stitch? I make jewelry. I knit, cross stitch, crochet, play with clay, paint by number, latch hook, and other stuff I just can't think of right now. Angie says, I am not good at paint by number, and I've done cross stitch many years ago. I want to make one of those chunky blankets that you do with your hands. My daughter used to crochet with her hands. She did a infinity scarf, and I forget what else. But yeah, she used her fingers as like a crochet hook, and she made herself an infinity scarf. She made one for my sister and one of her girlfriends at school she made, and they were gorgeous. We have been dealing with baby mama drama this week. Been emotional. Oh, well, I'm sorry you're going through that, Nina. It definitely happens. I have a friend that I went to college with years ago, and she just met a man. She has 2 kids. Her one son is grown. I believe he's 24, and she has a 10 or 11-year-old. And she met a gentleman. They've been dating for, I think, about 6 months now. And she just purchased a home, obviously with him in mind. And he has, I don't want to get this wrong, but I think he has 5 kids by 4 different women, something to that effect. And I believe that she said there is drama with 2 of the moms, and she is trying to debate whether or not the moms would be welcome to know where their new home is. And I was like, wow, like that's deep. That is really deep to have to make that decision. And I didn't have an answer. I still don't. I definitely don't. And I hate that, that is something that she has to deal with. I really do. As far as, Baby moms. I'm a baby mom, and my kid's father, he has dated extensively. My kids call the latest girlfriend, they call her mom. And a lot of my friends ask me how I feel about that. And I'm going to be honest. I do not care at all. I need as many people to help love my kids as possible. When they were young and still in school, and I needed help with doctor's appointments and dentists, it takes a village. And I firmly believe that. And I used to tell him, hey, we may not be together, but we got to get these kids raised. They got doctor's appointments. My daughter, she had bronchitis one year for 6 weeks, in and out of the hospital. Scared me. I thought we were going to lose her. But I still have to work. And I need help getting her back and forth to the doctor. And if you can't take off from work and do it, and I can't take off from work to do it, what's going to happen? Well, we need this village to support our kids. And so we created, someone called it a commune one time. It wasn't really a commune, but, we just got together and realized, in life, sometimes, we might not have been great for one another, but we got to be great to the kids. And I think we all came together to get them raised. There are, including my two, there are 6 kids from dad, with how many? 6? 2, 1, 2. With 4 moms also. I had to think about it. Obviously, I'm mom number 1, and I'm probably the matriarch, and I think through me, we all get along. But obviously, there are a couple in the midst that don't. And I get all of the kids. They all come to my house, and they all visit with me. I have them for holidays and spring break, Halloween, Christmas. Their dad, he doesn't celebrate Christmas anymore. He feels like it's too much of a commodity. That's the man is out here trying to get your money. I ain't celebrating no holidays. I'm shutting down St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. He only celebrates birthdays. That's it. Only birthdays, because that's what the man wants. It's all about the man. The man is trying to get your money. I don't know who the man is. I don't ask him. I just let him vent. And then, so because he don't celebrate holidays and I am huge on holidays, all of his kids from all of his previous women, they do get to come and hang out and spend time with me and my kids, because obviously my kids are the older siblings, and it just made sense. No sense in them having to suffer. So when it should be his holiday for like custody issues, if he was supposed to have them for Christmas, they come to me. For childcare purposes, because I was self-employed for a long time, 2 of them, they stay the summer with me. So it just makes it easier. Like I said, we have a village, and we all get together and make sure we support the kids. Hopefully, it gets a little bit easier for you, and you're able to get to a point where you guys are only focusing on the kids and their schedule. Oh, me too. Hard to watch my baby boy hurt. Yes, it is. It really is. Still no resolutions? I feel for you. Tell her to run now. But they are working on it. That's good. It was on both sides, not just one more than the other, but I got on my boy's butt for not doing like he should. Oh, thank you, Tia. I am friends with both my exes. The wife of one I absolutely love, And the girlfriend of the other, I don't really care for, but I don't really care as long as they love my kids. We are good. Exactly. That's what it's all about, Sariba. I really, really do try to focus on um, making sure that the kids are comfortable. When they grow up, I would just want them to have a positive relationship. It's to the point where when the last one came along, you know, I think it took a moment for her to realize I'm coming into a commune, like he really want me to come over and meet these exes, like, they're going to matter in this relationship. And, we had our communication, our moment, and things like that. And yeah, and she came and she, told me her and the other mom, the one just before her, they probably won't ever get along. And I said, and I can understand, you guys, what you guys did in your relationship, don't let it fester into the kids. You guys need to argue and fuss and discuss something, send the kids over here or send them, to one of the other moms. But, at the end of the day, don't, put the kids in a position to where they like, well, I don't like how your dad talked to my mom, or your mom and my mom don't get along. Don't ever put them in that position. And I think once, we had our communication and she spoke with the mom that came right after me, I definitely think, kind of made things better. But yeah, 3 and 4, they're probably always going to have tension. Um, from how I heard it from my brother-in-law, I believe that 4 served the divorce papers to 3. So that's always going to cause tension. So that's pretty much how that went. Melody says, "You're awesome, Tia, to be that understanding of all his other children." Didn't ask for any of it. They didn't. That is awesome, Tia. That I do. And I love them. And you know what? They call me Mama Tia. Of course, I feel like the grandma. I got this one. The baby, when the baby first met me, the baby called me grandma. I said, "What? Huh? What? Jerry, get your child. Get your child." Yes, met the baby. I think the baby was going on 2, and I don't know where it came from. I'm sitting there. We were at an event for one of my kids. All the kids came, some of the moms, and I'm gonna get to meet the baby. Can't wait to see the baby. The baby says, "Grandma," and everybody started laughing. And I was like, "Wait, what? What did she say? Did he just say grandma?" Oh, no, he didn't. Yes, he called me grandma. And I am older than my ex, so that did not help at all. At all. Yes, my ex was very young, guys, when we got together. My ex could not drink alcohol. I'm just going to leave it there. Yes, he was legal. So he was grown out of his parents' house, and he could not drink alcohol. Some say, because he was still young, that I probably should have held off because I had lived a whole lot before he and I got together. But that's why I was saying earlier in the conversation, when you fall in like, sometimes the writing on the wall is just a little blurry. Angie says, "My one father of my daughter has 7 kids by 5 women, and I am one of the 5. My ex had 2 kids with his 6 kids altogether from 3 women, and I am one of the 3. I picked some bad men." And think about them cookouts, though. If you guys made it all about the kids, and you guys went camping, or you guys went on trips, think about how much fun that would be. My brother, he used to be a chef. and my brother can really cook, and we would all get together and go, and we go camping and things like that. And we have the finest cuts of meat. We'd be sitting out. All of my ex's kids, they come. He bring his kids, and we have all the kids to go collect firewood. Man, oh, that would be so much fun. And we have firewood the whole night. Other campsites, they would be going out or they would be lighting up their lanterns. We got firewood. Firewood makes the meat taste good. Okay, so yeah, those are the days. Definitely the days. Kids keep you young and keep you grounded. You know, it's all about the kids. It definitely is. And I don't know. One of the moms that she told me one time, she say she's the one I think that started off with. I know you believe in this happy little communal village that we have, but she get on my nerves. I can't deal with her. I can't take her. Um, they were arguing. They almost came to blows. Oh, it's like, no, not in front of the kids. Come on now, stop. I remember I had to wrestle the kids up. Hey, we're going to go around the corner. We're going to get some ice cream. And the women were fighting. It was a birthday party for one of the kids. They was about to throw punches. And I literally had a minivan back then. I don't know what I was thinking. I never thought I would be a minivan person, but I had a minivan. It was white. And I remember I threw all the kids in the minivan and we went to go and get ice cream. Oh, boy, oh boy. If you want to be some kids' hero, take them to get ice cream. Just say, let's go get ice cream. They'll all be, you'll be their favorite forever. Now it's let's go swimming. They love to go and get in the pool. Definitely. I like a deeper pool. Our pool here is not very deep at all. I think it only goes up to like 5.5, 6 feet. My brother's pool is 9 feet. And then if you go to the aquatic center at the senior center, they have a 21-foot pool and they have like Olympic lanes that you can swim in. So I like to do that. Or you can go down to Lake Las Vegas. But I don't trust cliff diving because, it's water. And some kids, a few years ago, they went diving off the cliffs down there and they kind of passed away. Said someone got caught on something that pulled them under. So, but Lake Las Vegas does have some deep swimming waters. It just says he had 2 kids with me. Those were my first kids. Then he cheated. He had 2 kids with her. Oh, and then cheated on her. Now he is with this last girl and has 2 kids. And she has 3 boys from her marriage. Angie, start the wives club. Just 3 moms and the kids for the kids. Yeah, start a wives club. There you go. Start a wives club. That's the reason why I don't have an interest. Are you in here, Ty? Are you in here tonight? I know you always kind of jump in. I just want to see if you're in. I was talking to my friend today, and we were talking about online dating and, going on different apps and things like that. And I was wondering, for people who online date, how do you pick an app? How do you pick an app? A friend of mine, she created a profile for me, and I was so popular. I was like, oh, they love my pictures. I am so cute. I can't believe how many people want to see me. And my friend Ty says, go back and read that profile. And I go back and I read the profile. And it said something like, hi, I'm not looking for anything serious, just trying to meet people. What are you doing tonight? Something like that. I was like, oh my God, no wonder I'm so popular. Like, everybody thought if they're coming to Vegas, they could just meet me and whatever that means to them. And that was it. They don't have to worry about me talking to them no more. And so I was like, why? What kind of site is this? And I told her, I think that to get to the men that just want to kind of hang out and chit chat and talk, and they don't expect anything, I think you have to pay. And she says she thinks that men are going to think like that regardless. So I want to know what you guys think. When it comes to these dating apps, is that like regular? Every day everyone's just wanting to just meet and hook up, or are there apps that are more prone to, dramatize, I guess, the fantasy behind it, the dating behind it? One daughter for me, one son, and all the rest are boys. That he made the remark in front of his only daughter. He said, I hope girlfriend has a girl because I want to. Ooh, that wasn't nice. Well, y'all, it's been fun. Thank you, Tia, for another great live. Night, y'all. Sweet dreams. Good night, Nina. See you next week. That's right, Nikki. What a jerk, Angie. And Nana says good night. Finished my section. Painting's coming along. Is it? Oh, Jeremy, what you doing this weekend? Are you going live Saturday night? I was thinking about you earlier today. And I said, I wonder if my Jeremy is going live Saturday night. I started to email you, but I was like, no, I'll see him tonight. So, are you? I haven't been on a dating site for 10 tens. That's when I decided I'm good without a man. Teresa says, I think that sites that you pay to join are always better. That's what I was telling my friend. I was like, I think if I'm really going to let you guys create a profile, it's going to have to be on one of the sites where I have to pay, because I think that I'll be taken more seriously on those sites. I tell a guy, no, you can't come through. No, or when we go somewhere and I'm literally wanting to go somewhere like dinner and a movie and not just a club and back to someone's house or over to this set, I think that he'll take me seriously. One of the reasons I remember before I decided I wasn't going to date anymore, I was out with my brother one night and his wife. His wife is a gambler. We was at a casino. This weekend is the Sparkle-a-thon. That's right. It's the Sparkle-a-thon. Can't wait. Sarima says, I think some of the men are more serious. They have invested time and money to meet someone. Jeremy says, no, I'm stepping aside for the DP-a-thon. Well, Jeremy, I'm still going to bug you, but I understand. That's right. It is a Sparkle-a-thon, and I'm going to get my sparkle on. I am getting all of my snacks. They're going to be delivered tomorrow. I already asked my mom what she would like because I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm going to have everything here. I have this dress that I wear all the time on the weekend. It is my favorite ever. And it's time for a new favorite ever. But I love this dress. Anyway, I've washed it so many times. The material is starting to become transparent. But I don't care. I still come home and I still get in my dress and I diamond paint for the whole weekend. It is all about me. And so I'm getting all of that ready. My mom is going to wash my dress from last weekend, except it's going to be worn longer this time because this one starts Friday and goes all the way up until Sunday. But I do plan on getting in it. I'm going to get in it. I'm going to relax. You guys see I got some cookies. I doubt very seriously if I eat all of these cookies by myself. I know my family. We're going to miss you, Jeremy. I hope the weather is good so I can take my mom to the movie theater. You're going to the movie theater? I think you got to pick a new craft, something exciting. Have you tried coloring, Angie? Do you know if you'll like coloring? I used to make these, but I had to quit because I am allergic to latex. And even though these weren't latex, I think they had a little bit of latex in them, and my fingers started swelling up. I looked like some of those giants where you see the big bulbous fingers, those loom rubber bands. My daughter was running for treasurer of her school, and I had the bright idea that we were going to make her some of those bracelets, and we're going to have a little tag hanging off of them that says "Vote for Tiara." Um, it went over really well. We couldn't give any type of um, food item. They said it had to be something like tangible. It couldn't be things that they could be monetary in value. It could be food item, because it would have been, I forget what they called it, bribery, something to that effect. So you had to have a purpose. Obviously, a bracelet, you can wear it as a purpose. um, the year before, when she had ran for office, we did bookmarks. We did them on the big flat, like tongue depressor type popsicle sticks. We did those, and they were a big sell. Have you thought of like any craft like that, Angie? I think the bracelets would be, but you'd have to have a place to put them or give them away or something, because they're I was addicted to those. But I had went out and bought this big container of rubber bands, and my daughter, she had started doing them with me, and then she didn't want to do them anymore. So I was doing them by myself. My son, he always helps me with any craft that I want. He helped me finish all of her campaign bracelets. And then I was doing all these different styles and things. That was an addictive craft. But again, my fingers started swelling up, and I couldn't. It had been maybe a few weeks, and I remember they were swelling up bad. I couldn't do anything with my fingers, and so I had to put it down. And then after I put it down, I realized, oh my gosh, there had to be some latex. It said silicone, but I don't think that they were all 100% silicone, and it caused my fingers to swell up. Yep, I have books and stuff. That is what I started with before I heard about diamond painting. I'm just getting into beaded cross stitch. I think that's pretty odd. I've seen, I think Rachel Ray did last year. She had some beaded cross stitch that she was doing, and I remember that. Um, yeah, so I think that's really pretty. I think the blue wax is starting to become my favorite. Um, as you can see, I just jumped from the yellow back over to the blue. I was there for a minute, but it's time to go back to the blue. I tried. Well, at least I'm learning. Do you guys have a favorite wax? Oh, um, what about patty wax? You guys have a favorite wax? Is anyone using patty wax? Knick knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. I I like patty wax also, but I switched pins, and I guess I should have transferred over my tip. I didn't transfer over my tip, so I'll be moving back over to it. But I do. So I just ordered a lot of patty wax. I ordered $30 worth. I did. I like the scents. The scents are so good. I love this. I wish you guys could smell that. Goodness. Yes, yes, yes. I have the one that Pippa got me, and then I have This is Cherry Bomb. Oh my God, does it smell so good? So, so good. This is cucumber, melon. This was okay. It sounds like it would be good, but it was just okay. Obviously, I'm going by, my favorite scents from like Bath and Body and things of that nature. That's what, caused me to want them. And this is Enchanted Apple. The problem with Enchanted Apple is it's almost a fragrance that I'm wearing. So I become no. This says sweet apple cider, and I got this from. I wish it would flip, but it doesn't look like it's flipping. I got that from Bodycology at Walmart. So sometimes I'll be sitting here because I used to have a ton of the hand sanitizer. I would keep it here and wash my hands with it because I'd be, hitting this wax and things. So my hands would get dry, and I would then, put on my lotion. I keep it right next to my laptop. Uh-oh. Here we go. Anyway, I think I'm numb to it. Here's like the little sample. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but she always gives a sample. I don't like this fragrance. It says cherry blossom, like Japanese cherry blossom, but it smells more like a patchouli. And I don't know. I guess, again, I was expecting it to smell like, the blossom that you get when you go on, ooh, yeah, I don't like that. When you go to the Bath and Body store. This is, see, it says Japanese cherry blossom, but it definitely smells like a patchouli to me. So that is this pink one. If you ever see it online, if you are a fan of patchouli, it's like a real powdery-esque fragrance. It doesn't smell to me like a Japanese cherry blossom. It definitely smells more like a patchouli. So my grandmother, she used to like patchouli, and that's why I say that. That's where it comes from. Anyway, need to get some frames for some of my diamond paintings that I finished. I think I get them up on the wall. It will make me want to do more. You love the cucumber melon, Odd? I think, the tins. I was hoping that my order would include a tin, and I didn't get a tin, and I didn't realize that they're supposed to be on the website, and they weren't up there, so that's why I couldn't get one. I would have known that I had to order one. So when the order comes in that big old bag, I'm like, oh, well, maybe the tin, why is it so soft? I guess there's no tin in here. And that's when she said that she was out. And I said, oh, you purchased them. Okay, I know that now. So we'll see. I have my first one. I had it in my pen. I really did like it. I know that most people are using them for when they get to their ABs. I used mine for my regular. I didn't realize that, they were AB special. So I didn't have any complaints just using them regular. And hopefully I won't have any complaints when I do switch pens. I don't know if I'll be switching pens anytime soon. I know you guys know that this was a gift, and it is far becoming a favorite of mine. So yes, I definitely love this. I like this grip in the middle and being able to flip it from multi-placer over to my single when I'm trying to move my diamonds around. This is a 7-placer head. I use this one a lot. This is my 10-placer. I use the 10-placer a lot. This has my yellow wax in it. And this is blue. And then this right here, I had a little, I think I did a little bit, this is blue also. I thought that I had Patty Wax in it. Nope, my Patty Wax is my old pen. But this is a 4-placer, and I pretty much don't use the 4-placer that much anymore. Now that I am so used to my 7 and my 10, I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to try to work my way up to the 15-placer. Does anyone use the 15-placer regularly? No? Okay, we're going to see. I read that. I want Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom is the bomb. It smells good. I might do a tutorial on beaded cross stitch, but I'm still learning myself right now, and I'm really slow. Yeah, I think I loved your loom tutorial. I also did your tutorial for how to condition your clay when you were making your clay pins. You made me want to go out and buy a conditioner. I had been trying to polymer clay. I felt like before diamond painting came along, I was like, oh, I'm about to get my own polymer clay jewelry business up and running. Everybody gonna want a polymer clay piece from me. I can't wait. I'm gonna make all kind of stuff. I'm gonna make headbands. I don't know how you make a polymer clay headband, but that was on my mind. I'm like, I want to make a headband. Everybody gonna be wanting to order their jewelry from me. Wait and see. Matching everything, necklaces, bracelets. I'm gonna make back jewelry. I don't even know what back jewelry is, but it was on my mind. I've got a diamond painting. I haven't thought anything else about no damn polymer clay at all. I saw your tutorial, Jeremy. I was like, ooh, let me go get my case, because I got a case. Because I don't just buy in small, just to try it out. If I'm gonna do it, I'm throwing my all into it. I'm gonna go full out, and I did. And I bought like the 42-piece kit. So, and I'll tell you now, it's still, besides the 2 colors that I did try to do something with, I don't think I touched any of the other colors. So, but it was fun. I couldn't wait. I was excited. Couldn't wait for the package to come in. It came in. It's here. Now it's time to play. But the clay was so damn hard. I was like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with this? I went, you guys know the reason why I use these pens, because she has arthritis in her hands. I went to try, oh God, it was bad. I went to try to, squeeze the clay. I thought I was going to be up in there, do. No, these hands was like, oh, hell no. Put me down. Stop. You squeezing. Don't squeeze with me. My fingers were telling on me big time. I couldn't do it. So Jeremy's video makes it look fun to play with polymer clay. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I never tried that. I should have tried that. I should have got a conditioner. I walked past the conditioners in the aisle at Michael's. I remember I went to the aisle because I was looking for the oil that softens up the clay. I was like, yeah, I'm going to soften up the clay, then I'll be able to play with it. Man, you got to get the oil into the clay just to play with it. So I was like, oh, I don't think I thought this one through. Yeah, I definitely didn't think it through. And that clay is sitting there and called my name once a month. It quit calling my name every week. It's probably once a month. Don't you want to do something with me? I go online, I look at the videos, I see all the little cute craft projects, everyone with imagination and good working hands. I see everything that you guys have done, and I get jealous, and I'm like, I want to do that. I was going to be the next greatest jewelry maker. And I pull it out, and I press on one, and I can't get it to do anything. And I'm like, okay, well, so back to what you were saying, Angie, about having just kind of lost the mojo for diamond painting. I remember last, I forget whose live I was in, but someone asked how my painting was coming along, and I told them I have my excitement back. Like, I can't wait to come home and get on this painting at all. I can't wait. I look at it, I see it, it's calling my name. I hate leaving it in the morning because this is where I have my coffee at. I come here, I sit down, I have my cup of coffee right here, and I'm looking up and I'm watching either CBS this morning or ABC, one of the morning talk shows. My mom, she loves to watch the morning shows. She's like a plethora of information of things that she just doesn't care anything about. She'll hear someone talking about it and then she'll say, "Oh, yeah, they said something about that on such and such." And then she'll spoil it and tell you what the resolve is. I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't really care because they said that they were going to do this anyway." Well, I didn't know that. Thank you. But yeah, I sit here, can't wait to get to my painting. I try my hardest not to pull it out in the morning. You guys know that's where Justin sits. I got my stuff sitting on his stuff. He just kind of slides it off over to the couch or something. He'll sit, he'll do one of his paintings, and he'll work on it until someone calls, and then he'll get up and get going. Yeah. But it does take a while. You have to take a step back. He had a piece last year that he was working on, and it was a commission piece that somebody had requested, and it took him out of the game. It took him out of the game for a while. And he literally sat down one night and just was like, "I miss this. I miss us." So, yeah, Angie's, it happens. I can definitely understand that. You got to find your mojo. That's all. You got to find your mojo. Yeah. All right, guys. I've been here talking about finding the mojo, and it is that time. I went a little bit longer tonight because everybody has abandoned me. I hear snoring in my house, but my finger is itching. I feel like I just got bit by something. Anyway, let's see. Jeremy uses a 15 placer. What? I gotta make sure I get a little bit better at that. Jeremy made it seem easy. Yes, he always does. How does that new container system work that you bought from Michaels? Can you get a whole painting set in those? Not the painting, just the diamonds. Yeah, let me show you one. I will show you one. And I haven't finished because I started painting. But I don't know what made me think of this. But I love it when a plan comes together. So, bought this at Michael's. Had to pay the regular price. Wasn't happy about that. The goal was to get the 50% discount. Didn't get it. How it works. You get these little individual containers. And I said, obviously, people used to make their little cards and they kept their photos and things like that. And they probably just have too many. Oh, well, I don't know. This one won't even open. Oh, I'm trying not to break a nail. Broke a couple of nails today. So I think I'm just being extra careful. So you open the container. Wowee, no big deal. But I have so many diamond paintings in my stash. I was like, I need a smaller area because I had a little bucket and they were crawling up out of the bucket. So my idea was to put, you see, these are my China. You guys know if you order from China, these are my China diamonds. And I just literally just kind of put them in here. And then on top, I put the inventory sheet. And you can see it shows the picture of the painting. So I would know what's, in here. And then I just kind of put this in. They house 16. I have 2 of them. That's 32 of my paintings right there. I just got to get to the point where I put them in. At first, I was tossing them all in because these were some of my smaller 30 by 40s. I think I got to where is it at? One of them. I thought I bagged it up. Oh, here it is. I got to a bigger one. This one is my, what's the Fat Lady series? So the diamonds were more, they had like a lot more of one color, and I just simply started baggying them. Cut off the number, put it inside the baggie. These fit better than trying to stuff them in like this clothes with no problem when I baggied them. So I was like, yeah, this is a great storage system. I was sitting here, I was watching a movie, and I immediately just started throwing them in. Here we go again. Inventory sheet of what it is. And here's the actual diamonds. You can see them from the side. I just folded them up and then just kind of closed the container. Yeah, and then from here, I have a portfolio that I put the actual paintings in. So, and it's just one of those cheap little $15 portfolios, the brown one. I am about to, I'm about to purchase one of those big ones. So I was talking to my mom. She made a joke one day, only not so funny, not a great joke. Last quick story. My mother says, what you gonna do if the place ever catch on fire? Did you just say that out loud? So goal. Get all of my diamonds and get them in containers that can be carried up out of here. Next, get everything into a container. All these wood boxes, these cardboard boxes that I got my Diamond Art Clubs in, they are so pretty. Yes, they are. But I don't know how I'd be able to get all these boxes out in a fire. But I know what I would do. I'm going to be grabbing these handle containers and those portfolios that you can put over your shoulder, and me and all my diamonds walking up out of here. So that was the reasoning behind the cases, as well as those new portfolios. They're plastic on the outside. You probably will see me showing those. They're already in my shopping cart, and I'm just trying to go as big as I can. Some of my bigger diamond paintings, my 42 by 125, those ones, they may stay in a box, I'm not sure, or they may get rolled. I did see the round portfolios, the real tall, fat ones. You can fit several paintings in there. Not gonna lie, those are in my shopping cart as well. I figure if I can hold 4 of those paintings in those, they have handles, screw the lid on, probably even put the diamonds down in the middle of those. Boom. But the point is to have a system to where I feel confident that my investment in my art collection is not lost. And that really is all that it's about. I feel like it's a huge investment. My son, I think if anything ever were to happen to me, I think he would carry the torch and he would make sure that these paintings were completed and, or gifted to people that definitely would appreciate. So we do have that discussion. But yeah. So can't help being a little bit protective. My art collection is my baby. I really am proud of it, and I'm finally at a point in life where I'm able to do things for me. And I think you guys have done a great job in helping me embrace it, and there's no guilt when I do. I sacrificed for my kids while they were young a lot. You guys know I just talked about not even dating. But as far as extra money and spending it on myself, I didn't do that either. So, yeah, now that they're older, my son works, my daughter, she works also. She works online. She does transcription. So she has a way of having her own money coming in. Do I still give her allowance? Yes, I do. And my son, I just actually stopped giving him allowance when he started working at this job, at his other job, because he was a full-time student. I didn't give him allowance, but I paid for his school, and I gave him, whatever extra money he would have if he didn't have money in between checks and stuff. He worked really hard, but he was only making minimum wage back then. He got a good job now. He makes several dollars above minimum wage. So I definitely am proud of him, and I'm glad. It's been a great year, and now that 2020 is here, because I just started last year, but now that I'm coming into my second year and I feel like a veteran, it's going to be about me and my passion, and I really do love it. I just so you guys know, this was a gift, and one of the orders that I placed just now, that was going to be for another one of these. And I definitely love it. Yes, look at it. So that is it. I really appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out with me tonight, allowing the first hour to just be a vent session and kind of get it off of my chest. I will be, if you do catch the replay, Mrs. Coffee, I'm going to enjoy your cookies. Again, get you some pants and go visit Mom. She wants to meet you. And I enjoy all of you. Thank you very much. You guys have calmed me down. I feel a lot better. I am going to take your advice, Jeremy, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'm hoping that it's, at least fulfilling for me, But yeah, I think that's what this year is about, is growth and just embracing myself and my passions and the direction I'm heading in. My kids are no longer needing to be diapered and pampered, although I'm always going to be a mom. So it gives me a lot more freedom to just kind of glide into the direction that I want to go in. I'm excited about that. You're so very welcome. Thank you all, and you have a great evening. Get some rest, because I know a lot of you guys are on the East Coast, and I really appreciate you showing up. Bye.